ask me, are you Mr. Olympia? What the kids ask me, are you Mr.
Yeah. Look. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, you know.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy A-Train checking back in with y'all. Today I'm bringing y'all my top 5 predictions for the Mr. Olympia 2016. So coming in at number 5, I got Justin Compton. This guy is a complete bodybuilder. He's one of those up-and-coming bodybuilders. I actually believe that one day he will be Mr. Olympia. He's a freaking mass monster. You see the picture right here. First thing that pops out is his freaking arms are freaking massive. He has no weak points. Justin competed earlier this year in the Arnold Classic Australia. I'll put the video up. He kind of struggled with his conditioning that show. He got 3rd. Kai got 1st, Cedric got 2nd. I think if his conditioning was up to par, a little bit drier, I think he could have pulled 2nd. Recently, he competed in the Prague Pro. He won that show. Pretty stacked lineup. He went up against Michael Lockett, Kevin Jordan, I think that's his name. And yeah, he came out on top. It was a great showing for him. I feel like that was his best package up to date because he was completely dry and just everything was on point. Even I feel like his posing has improved a lot. So I got Justin Compton sneaking in at number 5. Great bodybuilder, will be Mr. Olympia one day. Coming in at number 4, I got Cedric Aesthetic McMillan. Cedric, he has that old school look. He's a taller bodybuilder. Very aesthetic, very pleasing look to the eye. And he's kind of like Dennis Wolf. These are tall bodybuilders on the stage. They just pop out and draw, your eyes draw to them because they're taller. I checked his Instagram. I haven't really been seeing, he hasn't posted any like progress pics or anything. The thing that Cedric, the knock on Cedric always is his conditioning. And I feel like he'll come in with a better conditioning this year. And if he does, just because of his height, his symmetry, you know, just bringing back that old school look, I think he can place 4th, especially with Dennis Wolf and Kai Green being out. I think he will sneak up in that top 5 and place 4th. Coming in at number 3, I got Sean Roden. This guy has been in crazy work. Been following him on Instagram. He's working training. His trainer's Charles Glass, and he's been putting in a lot of work. The thing with Sean, he's aesthetic. His physique, you're drawn to his physique just because of his lines, his proportions. Real aesthetic bodybuilder. He's not a mass monster. He has put on a lot of size in these past couple years, but he just has those lines, man. Very aesthetic physique. Last year, Sean came in 3rd place. The thing with Sean, last year he was playing that catch-up game, that mass game with Phil. He did put on some size. He looked great in a couple of shots. I felt like Sean kind of looked better than Phil last year, especially in that side chest. You've seen that thickness that he brought up. But what he suffered from was his conditioning, and they knocked him last year. They said his belly was distended. And you know, with Sean, his abs, that's one thing that stands out on his physique is his abs. His core is always tight. But last year, you know, trying to play in that mass game, his conditioning suffered, his lines suffered, and I think that's why he placed 3rd. I think this year he's gonna nail it, come in with that perfect blend of mass, bring those lines back to what made him the great bodybuilder that he is. And just I gotta put Sean at 3rd just because he's been placing in the top 5 respectively for the past couple years. So I have to put Sean at 3rd. I don't see anybody bumping him. I got Sean at 3rd. All right, so number 2, y'all ain't gonna like this, but at number 2 I got Phil Heath. I think he gets dethroned this year. I love Phil Heath, nothing against him. He is a complete bodybuilder. When he's on, he is freaking unbeatable. But the thing with Phil Heath, when was the last time he was on? These past couple years, Phil Heath was not on. Dexter pushed him last year. And I'll say this, if he does come in on, he wins. But I don't think he will be on because he hasn't been on at his best in a while. So I don't think he's gonna win this year. At number 1, I got the Blade. Dexter Jackson, I'm saying it. He wins the Mr. Olympia 2016. Dexter, he's been training with Charles. He's even added mass. I don't know how many pounds he's added, but you'll see in the clips I put, Dexter his size has increased. His proportions are more, they pop more. He looks bigger and better. To me, Dexter, he's like a mini Phil Heath. He's like a mini mass boss. This guy just doesn't age, man. Last year, he pushed Phil. I actually think he could have won last year. I don't know, it was close. He could have won last year, but just with the added size, I've been following him on YouTube. I got some clips you'll see from Instagram. Dexter has put on size. I think he's brought up his legs, and I think this year, if Phil is off, Dexter is gonna win. And the main thing with Dexter, he believes he's gonna win. He believes this year is his, so I'm going with the Blade. I got a couple wild cards that could potentially sneak into the top 5. I got Rolly Winkler and Big Rammy. The knock with Big Rammy, huge mass monster. On stage, he's the biggest bodybuilder, but he doesn't come in dry and shredded enough. But if he does, he could sneak into that top 5. Rolly Winkler, another mass monster. He's kind of controlled that midsection a lot, and just the mass, he's really overpowering, and I think he could potentially sneak into that top 5 too. So that's it for the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Comment below and let me know your top 5 predictions for the Mr. Olympia this year. You know the saying, stay the course. Stay motivated. A-Train. I'm out.